Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 video game glitches that gave us nightmares. For this list, we'll be looking at malfunctions in video games that freaked us out so much that we didn't want to play anymore. What was your favorite scary glitch? Any we missed? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Bodies on the floor. Rocky.
In the blue corner, in white trunks, weighing 190 pounds, also hailing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Rocky Balboa.
Sylvester Stallone's character Rocky is the underdog, not just in his movies, but in his games as well. In the 2002 game based on the popular movies, you could have facial deformities, audio repeating endlessly, and fighters falling through the floor. But perhaps the most terrifying of the bunch is when Rocky devolves into separate body parts, lying lifeless in the ring. Not only do the body parts distort into unreasonably weird shapes, but it renders the game unplayable. Plus, the idea of just suddenly being ripped apart and collapsing is just going to create a new phobia for whoever plays this. Number 9. MacBook Demons. Mafia II.
Actually, looks like I won't. Joe's taking care of it for me.
Joe, you want to get into trouble again?
I didn't know Leatherface was in this game. If you're a part of the Apple crowd, you might be aware of the startling lack of video games available to you. And this could probably be the reason why. You'll be in the middle of a car chase and clip right through the floor before you can say an Italian stereotype. Porting a game to the Mac is more difficult than it sounds, and can cause some disturbing results, as we can see here. While this glitch was only presented for a short while before it was patched, this is something you will never unsee.
Okay, Mama, okay, I promise.
Grazie a Dio.
Number 8. Demon Babies. The Sims 3. You turn your back for 1 second and your child has transformed into something from your worst nightmares. While you may think it's interesting, and are probably willing to support the weirdly contorted simulated child, let me stop you and say this isn't on purpose. In early, unpatched versions of the game, certain clothes, makeup, and accessories would cause the model to freak out in all sorts of ways. While characters like Death do inhabit the game, it was nothing compared to this thing. It can still happen if you install custom content, so it's up to you if you want to continue with this frightening glitchy mess. Number 7. Skyface. Mountain Blade Warband. As you ride around on horseback, commanding your troops and swinging your sword, your eyes would bear mostly on the battlefield. What you didn't expect when looking upwards to observe the sky was a giant, curved, expressionless face staring back at you. Was this the face of God? Judging you for your sins? No, nothing as grand. It turned out that this was just a texture mismatch with an NPC face stretched to fit the entire world above you. While this was only a bug, it definitely made you a little more uncomfortable playing with someone constantly watching you. Number 6. Ghost Animals. Zoo Tycoon 2. Zoo Tycoon 2 is a fun business simulator, allowing players to build their own park and host many exotic creatures. As you walk through your successful animal enclosures, you spot something out of the ordinary. Ghostly figures of animals past haunt the area. As these transparent beasts did generate many ghastly rumors, the implication that they were animals who had passed on was entirely false. It turns out that it was just a graphical glitch making some of the models see-through, but we doubt that would be the first conclusion that a younger player comes to. Number 5. Melting Faces. The Witcher series.
I'm listening.
Why are you here?
I'm wondering about the introduction of martial law.
The Witcher 3 was applauded for its incredible story and graphics that still hold up today. But this facial malfunction turned this fantasy realm into dark horror. This glitch first appeared in 2007 in The Witcher, in which Geralt and NPCs' faces would droop and contort into disgusting shapes, while the rest of the game was still fully playable. This isn't something you can ignore as well, because the game is very dialogue heavy. If our main character wasn't scaring people off with his magic, he definitely would be with this unintentional makeover. The result is nightmare fuel. even topping some of the horrible monsters that are supposed to be terrifying in the game. Number 4. Ghost Cars of the Forest, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. There are many myths in the Grand Theft Auto lore, some intentional by developers, while many remain unproven. This myth, like the NPC photographer who walks into water, is 100% legitimate. To give the feeling of being populated, San Andreas would only spawn cars and civilians within your general area. They also populated the forest with 1 or 2 abandoned cars, but this glitch brought them back to life and sometimes made them attack the player. Game developers Rockstar are aware of this glitch, but that hasn't stopped driverless cars from popping up even in Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 3. Worm Glitch, Battlefield 3. There's a reason why playtesting is a job in this industry. Otherwise, you end up with players online growing the size of Godzilla. But sometimes, it can end up funny and a little disturbing. As in most first-person shooters, going prone is an important tactic to defeating the enemy. But in the Battlefield 3 beta, laying down turned into a way to intimidate rather than outmaneuver your opponents. Get down on the ground and your body will distort into all manner of shapes, which some fans have dubbed the worm glitch. It's definitely funny in retrospect, but seeing this thing charging at you in a firefight is incredibly frightening. Number 2. Land Sharks, Crisis. In games with larger maps, game developers tend to implement invisible borders when they don't want you to go too far. Sometimes these are invisible walls, locked doors, or insta-kill threats. In 2007's Crisis, one of these countermeasures was sharks. Venture too far out into the sea and you'll get bit. You better get back to shore, as surely the land is safe. Right? Not if you encountered this glitch, where the sharks emerge out of the water flying and continue to attack you. The worst part is that the game still thinks you're near an invisible border, so if you kill just one, another one will spawn in its place. So it's not just a shark attack, it's an infinite shark barrage. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Alma Glitch, Fear 2, Project Origin. This freaky child won't leave you poolside. Dead NPCs talking, Call of Duty 2. Killing these soldiers won't stop them yammering. Rotating Heads, Fallout New Vegas. NPCs spinning right round, baby, right round.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Faceless People, Assassin's Creed Unity. The assassins strike fear into their targets, but little did we know that all they needed to do was remove their skin. While playing this major installment in Ubisoft's franchise, you might have been petrified to learn that mid-mission, your character was suddenly missing their face. This notorious glitch quickly circulated online, with fans laughing to hide the nightmares this malfunction would bring. Why is it just the eyes and teeth? The company announced that this issue was only with specific PC graphics cards, and was quickly patched thereafter. While it may no longer be an issue, it doesn't heal the mental scars that were left behind. In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.